How's it going, my fellow inquisitorial agents? My name is Daegan. Welcome to the video. Patch 15 is now live, the Traitor Curse Part 1. I've got the patch notes right here, and we're going to go ahead and go through them. Traitor's Curse Patch 15 just went live on Steam and will be out shortly on the Microsoft Store. It is out at the time of this recording. You can go ahead and play it. The new mission is called Mercantile HL7. 004. Wormwood reports indicate that the Mobian 6 have been set base operations in the Carnival. What's more, they are using some more disreputable areas of Mercantile HL7004 to produce stims and distribute them out to the rest of the hive. Get in there, recover samples, and we can analyze this for traces of the blight. Now, this mission is totally available, and there's actually a special cutscene within the game, and that I'm going to play right now. See you soon.
Hear me. We are the Mobian 6, returned and redeemed. Their chains no longer bind us. Their bastions can no longer hold us. Once we were lost, like you, blinded by faith and acceptance. Only when our eyes were opened did we truly see the lies for what they were. We are your sons. We are your daughters. We have come home. It is our solemn pledge to bring about a new and glorious age of freedom and prosperity. Join us and cast off the falsehoods of the yoke.
Enough of that heretic filth. Right, listen up. We got a well-trained traitor army on our hands, and this Wolfer fella seems to be at the head of it. The Inquisitor's Wormwood agents have tracked their latest propaganda broadcast, giving us the location of their staging area. Two of Wolfer's lieutenants, the Karnak twins, are leading operations in Abzone HL7004. The Carnival was never a nice area, but now the heretics are dug in like rats. Word is that some kind of stim is spreading through the streets, making those nasty buggers even nastier. See if you can turn the tide and get us a win on the board, eh? Right. You got your orders. Get out there and bring those heretics to their knees.
Man, what a great cutscene. I love it when they do that stuff. Now, let's get into the new things that they added. So, the veteran tree, they did add the veteran keystone mode. So, here they are. So, we've got marksman focus, weak spot kills grant you stacks of focus. Moving makes you lose stacks of focus. Focus, in turn, increases your reload speed and range for its power. For a few seconds after your weak spot kills, your focus stacks will stay regardless of if you're moving around or not. Improvements to marksman focus can provide rending, toughness replenishment, increased max stacks, easier focus stacks management. Focus target. Your tags on enemies now increase the damage taken of the target based on how long you waited in between each tag. Improvements to focus target include increasing maximum strength of your tag, along with bonuses such as toughness, stamina, damage to allies once you kill the tagged enemy. And then weapon specialists. When killing enemies with melee weapons, you power up your next ranged attacks, granting increased critical strike chance and rate of fire. When killing enemies with ranged weapons, you power up your next melee attacks, granting increases in attack speed and improvements to dodging. These bonuses are granted when you swap to the other slot. Improvements to weapon specialists include improved stamina management to melee weapons, ammo management to ranged, and a toughness boost. They also did add an inspect feature. Now you can inspect other players' loadouts while in the hub and in mission lobbies. When using this feature on the Morningstar, you'll be able to view the chosen player's loadout, cosmetics, and talent trees, while in mission lobbies, you can switch between viewing a player's weapon loadout and talents by pressing tab. And they did supply some videos for that, so let's take a look at this real quick. Let's do that again. So he's going to inspect. Cool. We can see their weapons, their curios. their cosmetics as well. Looks like we can totally go into their whole menu, see what they have on, and even their talent tree, and see what nodes they've picked. I like that a lot. I think that's a good change to be able to see what other players are running, and you can also do it in the mission lobby. This is how it is. You can see their weapons, what blessings they have. Okay, cool. Can we go into deeper into the so even if you change gear, you can look at the changed gear too. Okay. They didn't show looking at talent trees in the lobby, but okay. Cool. So penances. After the release of patch 13, several penances could no longer be unlocked. We apologize for the issue. In this update, we reworked the systems handling the unlock of penances and made sure that all of them could be attained. The fixes include, but are not limited to, the following penances: power up, Malleus Monstrum, resupply allies, bring the hurt, just a flesh wound, I'm in charge, marked for death, stay strong, master your tools, make every shot count, going out with a bang. Fix an issue causing the Psyker penance being able to be completed with the plasma gun overload explosion. Friends will be friends. There's nothing but the abyss. Lowered the regain health requirement from 75% to 25% since the new max of the Holy Revenant talent. We also removed standby for action and rapid response from the list of penances in the game. These penances required completion of a prototype mission type that was removed before launch. Gotcha. Group buff icon setting. We have added a setting that groups the buff icons in the HUD based on their source. The groups are currently generic, buffs gained from conditions in game or gained from other players; talent buffs gained from your own talents; blessings, buffs gained from your current weapon blessing. The setting is turned on by default, but it can be turned off to enable the previous behavior. We hope that this will make it easier to see if a talent or blessing is active. So generic first, talents, and then blessings. Very good. I think that's a good change. Nice quality of life change. Bug fixes and tweaks. Talents. Ogren fixed an issue where light 'em up talent would trigger multiple times on the same shot on the same enemy. Fixed an issue with Furious triggering on all melee attacks, not just heavy. Psyker. Assail. Increased the base cooldown to 2 seconds to 3 seconds. So Assail got a slight nerf. Dev note: Assail has been very powerful and has acted like a third weapon in many cases. We're increasing the time it takes for them to recharge to incentivize switching back to your primary or secondary weapons after using it, instead of wholly relying on them in most combat situations. Okay, small nerf to Assail. I think Assail is still really good, but if you use quick shards, you're gonna... This honestly doesn't matter, but okay. Fixed the bug where Psyker's Warp Rider talent gave more damage on low peril than intended. Used to give 10% at 0 peril instead of intended 0 damage at 0 peril. Fixed an issue where Brain Rupture had an inconsistent cast time when under the effects of kinetic resonance. Fixed an issue where peril generated through kinetic deflection didn't synergize with warp expenditure. Fixed an issue where specific types of enemies failed to be correctly highlighted by the Disrupt Destiny talent. This was only a visual issue. Veteran fixed issue where tactical awareness didn't trigger consistently when wielding a chain weapon. Fixed an issue where veteran talent Grenade Tinkerer also made the player stun immune. Fixed an issue where enhanced target priority did not have the effect for all players. Fixed an issue where onslaught applied more stacks of brittleness than intended. Lowered the bonus toughness of duty and honor from 100 to 50. So slight nerf there. Dev note: it became too strong with combined toughness increase and cooldown reduction of the previous patch. Zealot changed to Chorus of Spiritual Fortitude ability, staggers bosses first and every other pulse instead of first and last. Fixed an issue with Zealot talent. That's actually a buff. Fixed an issue with Zealot talent Disdain where buff icon was not showing correctly. Fixed issue where 2 toughness boost operative modifiers didn't stack properly. Changed max stacks for the Zealot talent Martyrdom to 7, down from 9 to correctly reflect the max number of wounds. Fixed an issue with restoring faith buff icon showing up at times when it wasn't active. Fixed issue where pious cutthroat didn't trigger properly. Fixed an issue where fortitude and fellowship didn't work properly. Fixed an issue where chorus of spiritual fortitude could get stuck wielded with no effect. That's great. Some good zealot changes, some bug fixes, and a slight buff. So that's nice. Weapons and blessing. Fixed an issue where the Search Force staff received the smite bonuses from empowered psionics. That's a nerf, but ultimately, makes sense. Good change. There was a issue where the Surge staff was receiving the same bonuses that Smite was getting from empowered psionics. So fix an issue causing the aiming trajectory for underhand grenade throws to jump upwards when throwing the grenade. Fixed a bug where shotguns, weapon special, reload wasn't affected by any of the reload speed talents or other buffs. Fixed detailed stats breakdown on the Mark IV cleaver. Fix an issue with attached projectiles like the crack grenade, which is now guaranteed to hit the enemy it is attached to. Previously, there were some edge cases if the body part it was attached to was clipping into geometry due to animation that caused explosion to not to hit. Wow, I'm glad that they fixed that. Fix an issue causing weapon temperature effects to not persist after wielding another weapon. Fix stub revolver showing melee critical chance instead of ranged critical chance in the detailed stat inspection view. Okay. Dev note: the stat for critical hits has always applied to range attacks for the weapon only, and this has been a visual in the inspect view. Okay. Fix an issue where thrust power increase was removed when using Chastise the Wicked mid-swing. Fixed a bug where the Assault Chainsword didn't have the correct damage icons and stat pages, and updated light for attacks to use strike down damage profile. Increased the chain time from wield to shoot to prevent macro abuse on the heavy las pistol. Okay. Hellbore lasgun's bayonet tweaked the attack speed scaling. Twin linked heavy stubber decreased time to fire first shot from 0.22 seconds to 0. That's a buff. Increase the speed of heavy 2 on brute brainer Mark III latrine shovel by 20%. Fixed an issue for Skull Crusher and Thunderstrike blessings to show the correct value of 10% instead of 5%, in line with changes done in previous updates. Fixed several issues where melee attacks had wrong attack strength set, giving them incorrect audio and sometimes not working correctly with buffs and talents on the Assault Chain Axe, Heavy Eviscerator, Blaze Force Swords, Combat Axes, and Tactical Axes. Latrine Shovel, Mark III Latrine Shovel, adjusted Relentless and Strike Down armor mods on heavy attacks to make the Strike Down deal more damage to unyielding targets as intended. Relentless versus Unyielding, 3-2, and Strike Down versus Unyielding, 1-1.5. Okay. Mark III Grenadier Gauntlet, removed Finesse Multiplier that caused very high headshot damage, especially on heavy attacks. Reduced light and heavy attacks slightly. Light 110 to 220 to 100 200, heavy 175 to 350 to 130 to 250. So this is a nerf. Removed high armor mod for light strike down versus carapace armor to keep it more in line with the relentless attacks, but keeping the high 0.75 armor mod versus carapace armor on the heavy strike down attacks. Tweaked versus unarmored 1.25 to 1, tweaked versus unyielding 1.5 to 1. Devno Augur Gauntlet Melee was never intended to replace or be better than your melee weapon, but a thing to smack around a few enemies the situation called for it. Okay, so this is a nerf, so the Grenadier Gauntlet did get a nerf. Okay, Lorenz Mark V Kickback fixed an issue where it could be possible to shoot without consuming ammo if immediately swap canceling after firing it. Zerona Mark 2A Quick Draw Stub Revolver added missing chain to melee weapon special from reload action, added missing chain actions to reload, and weapon special actions during the wield action. Okay. Enemies fixed a case where horde sounds could be played twice. Pox hounds can now wall jump again. Fixed a case where pox hounds could fall through the surface. Fixed a case where enemies could teleport when using spawners on the ground. Fixed a case where Scab Flamer's death animation could fail. Increased the rate in which the conflict director ramps up difficulty on higher difficulties, mainly on Maelstrom missions. Reduced explosion damage on monstrosities. Reduced bleed unyielding armor damage modifier from 1.0 to 0.75. Now on to gameplay. Added color grading according to mission difficulty levels to better distinguish them. Sedition and Uprising are green, Malice and Heresy are yellow, Damnation is red. Fixed an issue that caused Hogtide players to get moved to the first respawn beacon. Fixed door handle servitor icon position to avoid it being hidden by itself. Fixed a bug that allowed players to bypass the final event, Empower Matrix HL1736. Fixed an issue where the second train in Ascension Riser 31 seemingly didn't move for players joining the mission after it started. Fixed an issue that prevented players from shooting out of the elevator and Power Matrix HL1736. Improvements to enemy patching and throne side levels. Fixed an out-of-bounds exploit in Chasm Logistratum. Fixed luggable items appearing in the air in certain locations in Chasm Logistratum. Fixed an issue where players could get stuck under elevators in Ascension Riser 31. Moved the battery spawning location in Refinery Delta 17 so it no longer clips through crates. Fixed an out-of-bounds exploit in Enclavum Baros. Added speedrun exploit prevention in Relay Station TRS 150. Removed low resolution objects that were visible in player space in Ascension Riser 31. Fixed an area in Chasm Logistratum where enemies and bots couldn't path the players. Added more pickups and chest locations to Riser 31, Chasm Station HL1611, Chasm Logistratum, Smelter Complex HL1736, and Enclavum Baros. Lowered health station charges on non-event health stations on higher difficulties. Wow. This is a really important change, guys, because on Damnation and probably Auric level missions as well, you're not going to be having as many health station charges. So you're going to really have to play better, reserve your health, keep your health, be conservative in certain situations to preserve these health station charges. Removed one health crate and one ammo crate from the pickup pool while raising the amount of big ammo packs spawned. Okay, one ammo cache from the pickup pool while raising the amount of big ammo packs spawned. So they even removed the health crate too. So you definitely have to watch your health and play conservative, guys. One other thing I do want to point out here within these patch notes is added 50 new plus voice lines. So that's really cool. But yeah, that's going to be the patch note videos, guys. I'm not going to read through all of these other miscellaneous changes. Same with the cosmetic stuff. I just wanted to go ahead and read through the gameplay tweaks and mention that there are going to be 50 new plus bonding conversations. So that's pretty cool. All the rest of the stuff, go ahead if you are really serious about this. They did fix the zero eyebrow when you lose your eyebrows on certain headgear. They did fix that, so that's cool. But yeah, guys, I'll leave this link in the description down below so you guys can check it out, and I will see y'all in the next one. Okay, bye bye.